Okay, here is a medium-sized bowl, decorative bowl, and it's leather hard. It's been stained, a few guidelines put on there. I'm getting ready to carve it. I moved it from my Pacifica wheel over to the Lockerbie so I can move it back and forth pretty easy while I'm carving it. And here I'm using a few of the usual tools that I usually have used for curves and a few reference points on here before I start to do the carving. So right now it's just tacked down there with some little tabs of clay on top of a bat. It's centered on the Lockerbie wheel head, but it's ready to be carved. So here I'm starting to take a few cuts into the relief cuts into the stain, and I'm just going to set up the basic parts of the pattern, some basic guidelines. You can see over on the right side the piece when it's done with the carving. This stain here will turn black when it's completed with the top firing, and after I'm done with the carving, the piece will be put in the kiln. It's got kiln for a bisque firing, and then it'll be stained with a semi-transparent glaze to let the pattern that I'm carving here, the relief pattern, let it show up on the final piece with a glaze atop it that's transparent. So here I'm just making the pattern a little more complicated. Again, it's not one of the really super detailed pieces you may have seen, but it's a repetitive pattern, goes all the way around. There's 8 sections on the bat below. You can't see the radial guidelines, but it breaks it up into 8 sections. So that just gives me a visual reference of where I'm at as far as splitting it up evenly. So here I'm just adding again a few more features to the piece. This piece here is a little bit drier than usual, so some of the lines I have to make sure I press down hard enough without bending the loop at the end of the tool there. The tool itself is that one right there, the black stem, is an old paintbrush with a music wire loop just added to the end for the carving. Sometimes I use Kemper tools that have the loops on them, but I still always make the small loops myself. I just buy the music wire and use a small set of pliers to bend them as I need them. And they have different shapes on the end of the loop for the carving. So this piece is almost done. I'm just adding a few small characteristics. Again, this piece, when it's all completed, it'll be air dry. Then it'll be bisque fired. Then after that, it'll be put back into the scut kiln, and it'll be fired to cone 5.